Disney Investor Day 2020 gave us the new slate of Star Wars projects from Disney Lucasfilm, which has had a hard time pleasing fans and in some cases, outright labeling them for daring to have opinions about the creative direction or lack thereof with the franchise. The Disney Star Wars trilogy had a great financial start, yet by the time of The Last Jedi, a film by writer-director Rian Johnson that sought to insult a portion of the traditional Star Wars audience, the fandom of Star Wars has been in disarray and, some, in open rebellion.
Shut him up or shut him down!
For some longtime fans, nothing created by the House of the Mouse will ever be respected, as they feel Disney Lucasfilm under Kathleen Kennedy has created a company culture that is insulting to the fan base itself. For others, shows like The Mandalorian, has not seemed to insult the traditional audience of Star Wars, so what little joy they can garner from the series is accepted by them. Since the backlash against Kennedy and her divisive direction, the Disney sequel trilogy is sometimes referred to as poor fan fiction. Unrelatable characters, poor development in both story and execution.
You will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open.
The lack of a single scene with the original trilogy cast, as well as a very apparent disdain for both Han Solo and Luke Skywalker by Disney Lucasfilm, has left an unpalatable taste in the mouths of many fans. Some of whom, in the year after The Rise of Skywalker, have been trying to figure out themselves how all this mockery, lack of creativity, and general disdain for the legacy of Star Wars and its fandom could be fixed. One of these has been The World Between Worlds. Created by another contentious Disney Lucasfilm employee, Dave Filoni.
Luke, all he did was open that door, right? He just opened that door and let Leia out.
This concept was introduced in Season 4 of Star Wars Rebels television series in an episode entitled The World Between Worlds. It is said that Filoni spoke with Star Wars creator George Lucas about this concept, and it was stated at Star Wars Celebration by Filoni that the inspiration for this concept was taken from the wood between the worlds in C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia. The World Between Worlds was a mystical plane within the Force that served as a collection of doors and pathways existing between time and space, linking all moments in time together. In Rebels, Jedi Padawan Ezra Bridger is able to access this plane by discovery of the World's Key, which unlocked a portal via the ancient painting of the Mortis gods at the Lothal Jedi Temple. Within this realm, Ezra saves Ahsoka Tano from the past after a confrontation with her former Jedi Master turned Sith, Darth Vader. Although this portal by the end had been closed, causing the destruction of the Lothal Temple, it is conceivable that this plane still exists. If so, it could be used as a device from within Disney canon that could fix what some can consider the abomination of the Disney sequel trilogy, giving Disney Lucasfilm the chance to have two separate timelines in which their trilogy still exists and yet another, more relatable timeline where the original trilogy characters are treated with respect can exist.
Come on, buddy, we're not out of this yet.
This brings me to the announcement of the Ahsoka series by Disney+. Some fans are hard-pressed to have anything more than cautious optimism when it comes to Disney Star Wars.
Oh, I don't think so.
They feel not only insulted by poor storytelling, but disrespect to legacy characters, as well as the Star Wars fandom itself by creatives at Disney Lucasfilm. Though there are many opinions as to who should and should not be involved with the franchise at this point, one of the people currently working on a Star Wars project seems to have missed most of this ire. Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian is not without its critics. Yet most do not see Favreau as being anti-fan. He has many works under his belt at this point in his career, helping to build the wildly successful Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some believe that he is listening to fan criticism and is himself a fan of Star Wars. So is it possible that Favreau understands how many in the fandom are feeling after the Disney sequel trilogy? Could he have passed this on to Dave Filoni, again a very contested figure at Disney Lucasfilm within the overall fandom, that a correction course of sorts may be in operation? As we see the picture released with the announcement of Ahsoka, this very much looks like The World Between Worlds. This could be just a reference to the life-saving events in Rebels by Ezra Bridger, or does it mean more than that? Could this be a series that attempts to right the ship of Star Wars while mending some of the broken bridges with the fandom. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is it too late? Or are you open to the possibility that the fans may see some version of a respected legacy in the future? Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be good to each other. Peace.
The main thing is to protect these characters. Make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them. And that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
By 2018, far-left extremists in Hollywood had been perverting long-established, profitable science fiction properties as platforms to espouse divisive social propaganda. The vision of these creatives was to repurpose established franchises in the hopes of indoctrinating viewers into the bigoted groupthink of the American far-left ideology. Insanely wealthy producers and adult pretenders set to shame any fan who would not capitulate to their false narratives of virtue, using long-established weight in the legacy media to drive online hate mobs to attack any who dared speak against the woke narrative. Yet there were those who would not kneel before this oligarchy of money, media, and extremism. Those who had known the truth. Fandom is for everyone. The Fandom Menace Volume 2 covers the events of the year 2018, as a group of independent creators rose up together, inspiring the Star Wars fandom to speak out against the flagrant misuse of a property that was not meant to inspire division, but hope. Volume 2 will cover the voices who spoke out against cancel culture, such as the Gospel According to Mark with a C.
Thank God for Star Wars fans. If only Rian Johnson had said the same thing.
Mecha Random 42.
Star Trek, to me, is a hopeful, optimistic view of the future.
With chapters written by Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina.
They're not answering any of the questions that the real fans want to know.
Jesse Milestone of Mindless Entertainment.
And I'm going to warn you right now, this here thing you're about to watch is probably going to involve a lot of yelling and a decent amount of swearing.
Itchy Baka of Disney Star Wars is dumb.
But this doesn't explain why, after Disney's acquisition of Star Wars, George would attend the premieres of The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo.
And the Overlord himself, Dictor Van Doomcock.
Greetings, my friends. Our pop culture is under assault by corporations who would rather destroy our cultural heritage than build respectfully upon it.
This is an historical documentation of a group of people in the late 2000 teens who would not bow to the very worst in humanity, seeking to separate us along political lines while using our beloved modern mythologies to do so. They did not kneel. Will you? The Fandom Menace Volume 2, Rise of the Rebellion.